You're in one of the most exciting places in Kansas City. Oh, I should say in the country, actually. You're in the American Jazz Museum on 18th and Vine, in the 18th and Vine Historic District in Kansas City, Missouri. The place that was actually very famous for having live jazz 24/7 and with, you know, over 50 clubs in a 4-block area, and where the music never stopped playing. So you're in really one of the very exciting place with a lot of history and a lot of really wonderful, wonderful music, even today. Well, the really terrific thing about jazz is that, we start to think about why it's such a great music. It's such a great music for a lot of reasons, because it's America's classical music. It's purely American. But the other thing about jazz is that it allows everybody to have a voice. It allows people to have their own voice. It's really like sort of a real true form of democracy. The band comes together and they play the tune and they work, but then each individual gets to do its own solo, have its own solo, go off and sort of create as he will within the solo, be as creative as he can possibly be. And it's fine as long as he comes back to the melody, enjoying the groove. The legacy is long, very, very long. In fact, let me just say that all musicians, at one point or another, the road sort of led through Kansas City. So no matter who you were, at some point you came to Kansas City to play, because, you know, as with the sort of reputation of the Kansas City musicians, everybody wanted to come and try them out and take them on. You know, it's like the Olympics of jazz. So it's like when as Prohibition lifted, you know, you hear the names of, like, boy, those cats in Kansas City can really play. But folks in New York and Chicago go and test them out. So came to Kansas City to see if they could play, really play. And they could. When you come to visit this museum, it's really a real hands-on experience. People want to hear jazz, and you can hear jazz everywhere in this museum. From the moment you walk in the front door, as you walk down the hallway to get to the exhibitions, and with every exhibition, there's lots and lots of music. There's an opportunity to sort of share it individually with the headsets, and hear, you know, Charlie Parker, Count Basie, Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, and tons of other people. But at the same time, there's also music all around you. We have over 100 CDs that's steadily shifting, so you hear some of the greatest jazz of all times constantly in your ear. So you get to see a lot of jazz. There's lots of color, and really exciting. You sort of feel like you're in a real vibrant place where not only the music is playing, but things around you. We have really terrific signs from all the old clubs, a number of the old clubs in Kansas City, and where there are bright lights flashing, so you feel like you're sort of in the mood and in the time of the clubs and the music and everything, with some terrific artifacts surrounding you from 4 major jazz masters, as I said, Louis Armstrong, Charlie Parker, Duke Ellington, and Ella Fitzgerald, with their things all around you. So you get to see a lot. It's really a real great jazz experience in which you immerse into music and to things that sort of remind you of jazz and speak to jazz. The coolest thing in the museum, I would think, would be the Charlie Parker saxophone. It's the thing that one of the things we're most proud of, because we got that saxophone at auction, and when we were bidding against a Japanese jazz enthusiast who really wanted it, and we got it. So it's sort of the centerpiece of our collection. We call the Blue Room our living artifact, because we provide live jazz in the Blue Room 4 nights a week. So if you come to Kansas City and you come down, not only do you get to come to the museum, but you also get to have live jazz and experience the Kansas City sound in the Blue Room. And it's a club. It's actually a nightclub. During the day, you come through as an exhibition space, and at night, we just open it up and it's a real live club. Oh, tonight's a really terrific night. It's just like every Monday night in the Blue Room, this jam session. And that's when all the musicians sort of just stop in and come and play and join in with the band. The house band plays the first set, and at that point, musicians line up and sign up to really show their skills off on the bandstand. And it's a really terrific, and they have some of the same sort of rules that the old-time cutting sessions used to have, because you can't take your playbook to the stand, and if you don't know the tune, you got to get off the stage. Whoever calls a tune, if you don't know it, you got to leave. So it's really competitive, it's really terrific, and everybody brings their best stuff to the jam session.